Hi Sam. I'm glad to see you again. Today, we are learning the word
trennen,
Hi Alex.
trennen,
What does that mean?
Great question.
trennen,
Means to separate or to divide. It's commonly used when talking about splitting things apart. The most common meaning is definitely to separate. Just be careful with false friends like to train, which can be misleading.
So, how do you use
trennen,
in sentences?
For example, in the present tense, you say,
ich trenne. Du trennst.
and.
Sie, es trennt.
In the past tense, it's.
Ich trennte.
For the simple past, and the perfect form is.
Ich habe getrennt.
You can also use it in commands like,
Trenn das Papier.
which means separate the paper.
Got it. So, it's a regular verb then.
Exactly. And remember, it's a separable verb. In a sentence, you might say,
Ich trenne den Müll.
meaning I separate the trash. Here,
Den Müll.
is the object being separated?
That's interesting. Where does the word
trennen,
come from?
Trennen.
Comes from Old High German,
Trenn.
and has evolved over time. In Middle High German, it was,
Trenner.
and it has kept a similar meaning throughout its history. It's fascinating how the concept of separation has remained consistent across centuries.
That is fascinating. I love learning about word origins.
Let's break down
Trennen.
a bit further. The root is,
Trenn.
which means to separate, and the prefix doesn't change the meaning much. There's no suffix in this case, so it's straightforward. It's not a compound, but if it were, the last noun would determine the gender.
So it's a bit like building with Lego blocks.
Exactly. You can think of it as assembling pieces. Each piece adds meaning to the whole.
Can you give me some similar words?
Sure. Here are some examples. With the same prefix.
Trenn.
You have,
Trennen.
meaning to separate. Then there's,
Abtrennen.
which means to detach, and,
Durchtrennen.
meaning to cut through.
What about other suffixes?
Great. With the suffix,
ung.
you have,
Trennung.
which means separation. Other examples include,
Verbindung.
meaning connection and,
Erklärung.
meaning explanation.
So many options.
Now, let's practice some real-life situations. Imagine you're at home and need to separate your recycling. You could say,
Ich trenne den Müll.
Ich trenne den Müll.
perfect. Now, what if you were at school and had to separate your papers? You might say,
Ich trenne die Blätter.
Ich trenne die Blätter.
great job. Lastly, if you were at the doctor's office and discussing a divided opinion, you could say,
Wir haben uns getrennt.
Wir haben uns getrennt.
just a quick note on gender. The noun
Trennung.
is feminine, so it takes.
Die.
You can remember this because it ends with, which is a common feminine ending.
That's helpful. Any other tips?
Yes,
Trennung.
is used in both formal and informal contexts. Typical phrases include,
Die Trennung von Müll.
meaning the separation of waste, and
Eine klare Trennung.
meaning a clear separation. Just watch out for words like,
Träumer.
which means dreamer. It can sound similar but has a different meaning.
Can you give me some example sentences with?
Trennen.
Of course. Here's one.
Wir trennen die alten Bücher von den neuen.
Which means we separate the old books from the new ones.
That makes sense.
Another one is,
Die Trennung war schwer.
meaning the separation was difficult.
Got it.
And
Ich habe den Müll getrennt.
which means I have separated the trash.
That's great.
Let's do a quick recall check. What does
Trennen.
mean?
It means to separate.
Excellent. How do you say I separate in German?
Ich trenne.
Perfect. What's the past tense of
Trennen.
Is it?
Ich trennte.
That's correct. What about the perfect form?
Ich habe getrennt.
Exactly. Last question, what's the gender of
Trennung.
It's feminine, so.
Die Trennung.
Great job, Sam. Today, we explored the word.
Trennen.
Remember, it means to separate, and it's a separable verb.
I learned so much today.
I'm glad to hear that. Keep practicing, and you'll master it in no time. See you next time.